Hey, this is Glenn, the CEO man at FedEx. Well, your building manager, I don't know if he fired me or how that worked, but anyways, I was kicked out of the building because of the fact that they didn't like what I had to say. And you know what? I was talking to another individual today, and they like what I have to say because they understand that unlike other guys who just quit, and with FedEx, drivers quit all the time because FedEx has no respect for drivers. Even though drivers, if you're a bus driver, you make about 23 bucks an hour. But if you're a FedEx driver and you really do the math, you're making about 12 and a half, 15. So, so he didn't like what I had to say, which was that I had a bunch of packages that still need to be put in the truck. I'm usually gone by that time of the day. I try to be one of the first guys out. I will try to be one of the first guys back. But it wasn't working out today because yesterday, this billion-dollar company called FedEx had their routing systems all screwed up. That means instead of doing 130-some stops within 6 hours, I only was able to do 50 because I had to look at every single one. And if you look at my previous videos, you'll see how I explain that. But what they don't like is they don't like when somebody just doesn't quit. They don't like it when somebody actually points out flaws within the system. They don't like it. But I said, like I said to another guy, I said, I'm more than happy to be a martyr. I'm more than happy to be a Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You want to throw me in the fire? Go right ahead, because I am not going to bow down to this system. I'm not going to allow and be silent and watch companies mistreat others. I'm not talking just about myself. I can deal with myself. Okay? I promised somebody I'd stay there and work with them, and I was keeping my promise up until I was told to leave by somebody else. Okay? But here's the thing. The mistreatment of the drivers within FedEx is more than I can deal with. I don't know why these guys do it, other than the fact that they need a job. I know that everybody needs a job. I need a job. But, as I'm called the Moses of the music industry, Moses must sometimes be the martyr. Moses must sometimes have to deal with the Pharaoh. And I'm going to deal with the Pharaoh. I'm going to deal with Mr. CEO man of FedEx because you are breaking so many laws. It is pathetic. Pathetic. And I'm not going to get into all the laws that you're breaking, that you could be sued for billions of dollars. Trust me. You put your best lawyer and you tell them to call me. And then they're going to have a few little words with me, maybe about a half-hour conversation. Then they're going to come back to you and say, you know what? We should listen to Glenn. Because I can save you millions upon millions of dollars in potential lawsuits. Because you are requiring your drivers to do things that are illegal in all 50 states of the United States. You are asking drivers to I mean, it's really pathetic. And unfortunately, like I said, there are a lot of other people that would just quit. Or there are a lot of people that say nothing because they're afraid to. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to rock the boat. Well, let me tell you something about me. I've been rocking the frickin' boat ever since I rocked out of my mother's womb. And she'll tell you that. So anyways, I'm going home. I got enough money to last me to the end of the month. So I'm happy. God always takes care of me. You know why? Because I stand up for God's people. Now, I don't know if all those people are Christians, but it doesn't matter because all people are God's people. And they all need someone that's willing to fight and willing to say and willing to go up against Pharaoh at all costs. That's me. So, Mr. CEO man of FedEx, I will be filing a lawsuit with you. I give you till the end of this month of December to contact me on which to deal with these other issues. And on January 3rd or the 5th, I will file a lawsuit against your company and you personally. I will make sure I list. There's a cool thing within when you sue people, you put this whole list of all the people you want to add to the suit. Anyways, one thing about me is that I've done lawsuits before, and I may not be a lawyer, but lawyers are bound by conditions. So you might want to give this little message to your lawyer and have him listen to that little phrase I just said there, bound by conditions. And ears will perk up, and he'll go, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. Another thing, too, about me. It doesn't really cost all that much to file a lawsuit that then will allow me, because only 2% are ever thrown out, meaning that you think your lawyers can say, this is frivolous, this is frivolous. Now, I've got enough evidence to where any judge is going to say, no, I want to hear this case through. And all he has to do is say that one word there, and that's going to cost you a crap load of money. Right? More money than it would cost you to just start to do things right, to work on a process to where you do things right. Okay? But I'll file a lawsuit against you. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm one of these guys that are very dangerous in that world because I know usually more than most lawyers. Like I said, they're all bound by conditions. And really, in fact, all lawyers are people who have obtained the license and the rights to utilize copywritten material owned by the people, which actually goes back to Canada and then goes to London. I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but all lawyers are people that have the license to utilize copywritten material. That's all they are. That's all they are. In a court of law. You know, copywritten materials to a judge, referencing for somebody else. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, like I said, Mr. CEO man of FedEx, you got a lot of great people working for you, but you got your head so far up your ass, or I'll say this because I have been pretty nasty to you, and I don't know you personally, so I'm making assumptions, but you could be a good guy. Let's just say you're a good guy. I'm going to say that now. Of course, it's at the end. You probably never hear this. So all you think of me is calling you an a-hole all the time. So, but that's fine, because you can reference this video too at some point in time. Here's the thing. You might have people under you who are just doing what the people at my shop do. Let's just get through peak, man. Let's just try to deal with this today, man. Let's just try to... Wrong. You fix it. Yeah, you can say, let's try to get through this, but you have a plan. You're fixing things. You're addressing them. You have people in position that address issues. They understand there's a concept of urgency to get things done right, smoothly. So all your packages get to people. They're not damaged. All your drivers are happy. They're not tired. They're not getting in wrecks. They're not making your company look bad. Because here's another thing, too, you don't quite understand. All those trucks say FedEx on them. But most people don't know that they're not all owned by FedEx. Anyways, I've gone long-winded, and I'm going to end it saying, thanks for the time and the opportunity to see how a billion-dollar company somehow survives and works, because I don't know how you're doing it. I'm pretty sure Amazon is going to kick your ass in this line of work, because they'll probably have vans that have mapping systems. They might do a joint venture with Google Earth or something like that, and have it to where All they have to do is drive their car, and it'll say turn left at